So hello guys, welcome to Paris Edition's Corner. Today we are going to learn how to make the cricket game, that's T20 Cricket, in code.org. So this is part 1 of how to make a T20 cricket game. So in this part we will learn how to make sprites in code.org for those who are new to it. So let's get started. So first, for a sprite, to make a sprite in code.org in Game Lab, using simplified JavaScript in the form in code.org. The main thing is not only in code.org, in most, like, every JavaScript, for making a sprite, they first store it, like, they first store it in using the function called var. It spells var and it stands for variable. A variable is the place where the data of all the data of the sprite gets stored in. So you can name the sprite as you can name the variable as you want. Like, now I have put a sprite for the screen, the first screen. As you see, when I press the run button, you see the big grasshopper on this. That's what I named as screen. So with addition to learn how to make sprites, I will also tell you how to load animation and add animation into a sprite. So, and set the size of it too. So that's very exciting as it sounds. So uh, we have now not completely learned, because now we know how to store a variable. Now, uh, to create the sprite, to store the sprite inside the variable, we have to use this function called create sprite. This create sprite creates a sprite, as it's in the name itself, with an x coordinate and a y coordinate. So as you can see, I've put 200, 200, and in code.org the canvas is always 400x and 400y. Sorry, I am so sorry. The canvas is always 400 in width and 400 in height, because it doesn't have an x or y coordinate. Canvas is the place where we build up things, you know, and uh, yeah. So if the width and the height of the canvas in code.org is 400, 400, 200, 200 means, like, you got it right. It's right in the middle. 400 middle is 200. Uh, so it comes right at the center. And actually, if it was a rectangle or something, or still you can put the height and width, no props. But it won't affect if you have added a picture, I mean an animation to it. I'll tell you about that next. So I have not put the width and the height. Actually, it must be given if you are making a rectangle, like create sprite. If you put a width and height and with no set animation function in here, you'll get a rectangle. So, but now I need a play screen, the first introduction screen. So I have this. So uh, then then the screen wants set animation. The set animation is a function which is used to add animation to a sprite. So set animation, I'll show there is a column of animation in which we can load into animations. We can upload on our own or draw our own. And this, you have to give a name to the animation. I have given player about to hit.png. It's not necessary to give it png. The thing you need to make sure is that the name given in the code and name given in the file are the same, except those semicolons. That has to be there, unless and until if variables call for that image. And let's don't go to that and all. So now you will learn how to put an animation, that means an image in as a sprite. So next we will learn how to set the size of the sprite. That is, we use the scale function to make the size, to define the size of an object. One is the default size whenever we make a sprite. The number one is the default scale of a sprite. So three means three times the actual actual size of the sprite. So if I put one, wait, I don't know. It has some problems. I think so. No problems. If you put one, in mine, it's turned to, you see these boxes and all. It turns to this Burmese language, which my computer cannot understand. So that's why I think it's not working. So yeah, as I said, it's three now in here, so that it covers the whole screen. So that's how we make the screen, and the same for these. I've set the batsman and all. I'll show you in the next part of the video. I've set the sprite. I have given this sprite animation, and the ball too. I've given the ball animation. I'll show you. Yeah, this one is the ball, and the stumps. I've given the stump, and play the play button, and the fielders, four fielders, and the bars, which are the borders of the runs. I'll show you. These runs, right? These runs borders, and there too. And a game state. We will discuss about game state in the next part. You must put a game state for the state of the game while it's playing or serving, or the introduction or something like any. It will come useful in the. I'll show you in the next part of this video, and then the balls, these are the importance. I'll tell you in the next video, but just create this balls. When I put like this is a variable in which a number is stored, an integer is stored, for the runs to display and the balls to display. So I put when the balls is 120, I mean, let me see, 20 over 6 balls. 120, when a 120 balls are over, like the game should stop, or before that, when the runs are elapsed, the game should display you win, something like that. So that and all we will discuss in the next part. In the next part, we are going to discuss what are the importances of giving storing a variable named as game state, the balls, the runs, the target. I think the balls, runs, target you already knew, but how to use it, I'll tell you in the next video. And with that, I may cover up a portion in which how to make a function and call it in function draw setup or something like that. Actually, it's in raw, yeah. So until then, wait for my next video, and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please smash the subscribe button and click on the notifications for all notifications, and then you will receive whatever updates I do in my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching.